This video is your Dragon of Icespire Peak DM guide for the Gnomengarde quest from the D&D Essentials Kit. Hi, Bob here, and welcome to Bob World Builder, the D&D channel where we improve our games together. Subscribe for new videos every Wednesday under your subscriptions tab. For gameplay of the Gnomengarde quest, check the cards and description for a link to my session. If you've seen my DM guides for Umbrage Hill and Dwarven Excavation, you already know that Gnomengarde should probably be your party's third starter quest. It's a 15-room dungeon with multiple dangerous, if not deadly encounters for level 1 characters, and not one, but 2 unexpected objectives. Here's the quest prompt that the players receive and that the characters find on the Phandalin job board. A clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of Gnomengarde are known for their magical inventions. They might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it. But for the party to achieve their goal of collecting a magic item or 2 from the rock gnomes, they must first speak to the gnomish inventors, Fibblestib and Dabbledob, who will only give items in exchange for aiding their crazed king Korbos, who will only return to sanity if convinced of the local gnome-eating mimic's demise. I think Gnomengarde is the most fun and best written starter quest, so these tips are mainly for tying together the themes and events and for keeping your party focused and alive. But stick around to hear how you can relate this out-of-the-blue mimic problem to the white dragon. Consider making the cave entrances more evocative of these industrious gnomes. You could add an overcomplicated basket and pulley system to the cliff faces, turn the rope and plank bridge into a reversible conveyor belt, maybe add doors so everyone doesn't have to shout over the waterfall as written, or include gnomes harvesting those giant colorful mushrooms with the barrel crab mechs from room G6. These farmers, or whomever your party meets first, should direct them right to the workshop for magic items, maybe even showing a map of the cave complex. I don't think there's a good reason to have your party wandering around until they know about that gnome-eating, sanity-threatening mimic. If your party follows the ramp up to the dining room, you can describe broken or overturned furniture to hint that something is awry. Here, the pantry and the wine cellar are all great locations for the mimic. The gnomes in the kitchen, the guard post, and the sleeping quarters should tell the party about the disappearances or the king's madness with a medium to hard persuasion or intimidation check, rather than flat out avoiding the subject as written. Next, if you include any barrel crab mechs outside, have at least one available in the caves, maybe requiring an easy intelligence check to operate it, but if a player is really excited to use it, let them use it. Now, the inventor of that deadly crossbow contraption is written to attack on sight merely to test her creation, but I suggest her madness was induced by witnessing a mimic attack, and just like King Korbos, she can be calmed with a persuasion check. And to be sure to describe how dangerous the spinning blades look, and allow the party to try shooting the lever with an arrow, or jamming the blades with metal or rocks. In the workshop, the inventors could lend your party their spellbook. Technically, only wizards can use it, but I'd let any spellcasters, including sidekicks, attempt the spells with Arcana checks, where the DC is 10 plus the spell level. I also recommend including a magic item here, so the party sees that the gnomes actually have something to offer. And feel free to customize what items your party can earn from this quest and which item Harbin Wester will take, if any, but the included ones are both thematic and appropriately rare for a low-level adventure. The Hat of Wizardry allows a wizard to attempt casting unknown cantrips. The Wand of Pyrotechnics is great for creating distractions. The Clockwork Amulet can ensure a decent attack roll, and the Pole of Collapsing is perfect when poking around for traps or mimics. Now this is basically the only quest where the conflict, this mimic incursion, is not linked to the white dragon, so here's how you can make that connection. The wild magic of Gnomengarde that sprouts the giant mushrooms and creates all those awesome and goofy effects has a strange impact on shape-shifting creatures. And one shape-changing half-orc anchorite of Talos who wandered here has become trapped, only able to shift between forms resembling inanimate objects it can see, and surviving on rock gnome flesh. Anchorites have nearly identical AC and HP to mimics, so use the mimic stats, but when the party defeats it or drives it out of the caverns, the anchorite returns to their true humanoid form, probably causing confusion and introducing the party to one of the greater threats in this adventure. Now check out my Gnomengarde gameplay video and subscribe to see follow-up quests from the Dragon of Icespire Peak. Thank you for watching and keep building.